remember the life of Janan Luwum, the Archbishop of Uganda. I think then it was even Boga Zaire, a man of outstanding stature, a religious man who I would say adhered to the scripture which says, I will not please men but God. He was a man of character, an outstanding, outspoken religious leader who was leading in a time when there was a dictator in Uganda. Dictator Idi Amin Dada was a very high-handed man who claimed or who killed many people who would speak to him in correction and advice. But we celebrate Janan for being bold enough to speak in his days against the wars and afflictions that were coming to the citizens of Uganda. And his and many leaders of those days were outstanding because they were not patronized, they were not acting on behalf of government, they were acting on behalf of God. So these days it's a little bit different. Maybe it's because the leaders of the times have learned how to silence the leaders of religion in this time by patronizing the leaders, by giving them gifts, especially expensive gifts. When someone has gifted you with expensive things, he literally mutes you. You don't have the power to speak over things which seem to be oppressive to the population you are leading. So I think we are very quiet in our days. We can't compare with the Emmanuel Nsubugas, the Misael Kaumas, the Janan Luwumus, because our plates are full, and as the proverbial saying is, you do not speak when you are eating. And it's not even advisable to even speak against someone who is feeding you. So in another way, we also have an encumbrance of belonging to one interreligious group which has a common stand, and unless all religions agree to speak, none of you can speak. So there is an indirect muting of voices of conscience because of patronizing and because of politeness